Hey, it's Duke.
Hey, this is Corey.
Welcome to the Drive-In Review.
All right.
Let's all go to the lobby. Let's all go to the lobby. Let's all go to the lobby to get ourselves a treat.
Delicious things to eat.
The popcorn can't be beat. The sparkling drinks are just dandy. The chocolate bars and the candy. So let's all go to the lobby to get ourselves a treat. Let's all go to the lobby to get ourselves a treat.
Well, this is the Drive-In Review you've tuned into.
Right? I hope so, anyways.
Yeah. And I'm Duke.
And I'm Corey.
If you missed that,
Right.
we have a good episode up for you today. What are we talking about?
I forgot.
Oh, okay. Well, we've got forgotten films.
Oh, yeah.
And I think it can be attributed to forgotten films from our childhood.
Right.
So
I mean, you know, people are our age.
Yeah.
I mean, of course, our 20-year-olds that are listening wouldn't have a clue what these movies are, probably.
yeah, a lot of these movies were playing on Cinemax, Showtime, and stuff back in the day.
Yeah. VHS, folks.
Yeah. So that's where I found a lot of these movies. And excited to talk about them.
Right. And before we get started, if you would like to see any of these movies, you can either check them out on Amazon, rent them out, or just look up YouTube.
Yeah, I think a lot of these are on YouTube.
Yep. All right.
Or go to eBay and just buy the VHS.
Right. Just go old school.
Because some of these did
Get you a
not.
VCR for $10.
Some of these did not even make it to DVD.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, there's a few of them that are just direct releases.
Yeah.
So
All right.
I gotta get closer to the mic. I keep fading. It's crazy. No, okay.
All right. So you're up.
All right. So my first movie is going to be Young Einstein.
Ooh. Nice.
Now, Australia's colossal comedy hit, starring its newest comedy hero, comes to the States. Yahoo Serious is Young Einstein.
Albert Einstein.
He is destined to create the most powerful scientific theories in history.
I discovered the formula for splitting beer atoms.
Only one girl is brilliant enough to understand him.
My name is Marie Curie.
Only one man is low enough to steal from him. Albert discovers that there are even worse things in the big city than a cat pie. For example,
An atomic bomb.
if ever the world needed a revolutionary new theory, it's now. At last, the incredible untold story of the greatest mind of all time. Albert Einstein, thrill seeker, lover, adventurer, genius.
Who is this barbarian? I'm a Tasmanian.
Warner Brothers proudly presents Yahoo Serious as Young Einstein. One seriously funny movie.
That's debatable.
Right.
I remember when that movie came out. Was
It
that
was
90?
It was released.
89?
Yeah, 89.
Yeah.
Yeah. So the movie is about a different rendition of Albert Einstein. He turns the science community upside down with his discoveries, including a formula to put bubbles back in beer and rock and roll.
Okay.
So it's just, Yahoo Serious was, he was his own person. He was kind of wacko
Yeah.
and everything in his own way. But it stars Yahoo Serious, Odile Leclizio,
Okay.
and John Howard.
Okay.
Right? It was released August 4th, 1989. And the director was Yahoo Serious himself.
Really? I did not know that.
Yep. So
That
he
is
put
wanky stuff.
right. So he put his own money into this
Okay.
and everything. He just wanted to make the movie, and he came up, raised the money himself, and got it done.
Like chickens, he'd raise the money.
Right. So, it was based out of Tasmania, Australia, is
Okay.
where he's supposed to be from and
Yeah.
everything. So, It was distributed and produced by Warner Brothers.
Okay.
Had a budget of $2 million.
What was it? Oh, yeah, you said August.
Yeah,
Of 89.
August 4th of 1989.
Okay, sorry.
So it had a budget of $2 million. Do you think it flopped?
Yeah.
No.
Really?
He raised $2 million of his own money to do this movie.
Yeah.
It grossed $25 million.
What?
Yeah.
I'm wow.
Shocked.
Yeah, I am shocked.
Right?
Yeah.
So IMDb gave it. See, there I go
Yeah,
again.
there you
Gives
go.
it. IMDb gave it 5.2 out of 10. Rotten Tomatoes gave it 36% with a 50% audience rating, and Letterboxd gave it 2.6 out of 5.
Okay.
I'm giving it 7 out of 10 slates. It's it's nostalgic.
Mm-hmm.
I loved the movie back when I was a kid, but
It never appealed to me a whole lot as a kid. I haven't seen it in probably over 30 years.
yeah, it's very stupid.
Yeah,
It
I remember.
Stupid.
I remember that. I'd give it 5 out
Yeah.
of 10.
Yeah, it's watchable. It's definitely watchable.
I have it on VHS,
Oh, there you go.
so I would like to rewatch it.
I don't know if they came out on DVD or anything. I think it's just VHS.
I couldn't even tell you.
Yeah. So I got some fun facts.
Okay.
If I could see them.
Need glasses?
Yes, I do.
Need a monocle?
My old age is catching up to me. All right. So my fun facts for this movie. So, constant references of apples and props were a joke on the fact that Tasmania is Australia's largest producer of and supplier of apples.
Okay.
So much so that the official state slogan printed on Tasmanian car license plates is Tasmania, the Apple Isle.
Okay.
So that was one of the fun facts. I know. Blah, blah, blah. Apple. All right. Marie's farewell letter is based on a quote by Isaac Newton. And it quotes, "I do not know what I may appear to the world, but to myself I seem to have been only like a boy playing on the seashore and diverting myself in now and then, finding a smoother pebble or a prettier shell than ordinary, whilst the great ocean of truth lay all undiscovered before me." Unquote.
Marie Curie?
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, yeah. That was quoted from Isaac Newton.
Okay.
Another fun fact, Glenn Robbins, Peter Moon, Brian Brown, and Ross Higgins were considered for the role of Preston, the bad guy.
Mm-hmm.
The characters Preston and Ernest Rutherford were based on founders of the Jehovah's Witness religion.
Okay.
And that's all the fun facts I have.
Okay.
Yeah, that's all, folks. Blah, blah, blah. All right. What you got next?
My next movie is The Super.
All right.
In Goodfellas, he was a vicious thug. In Home Alone, he was a ruthless thief. In Lethal Weapon 2, he was a slimy embezzler.
Okay.
That was just a warm-up.
See, that's how the door goes. You're supposed to go in and stay in.
You want your electricity fixed? Move.
He provides affordable housing for the underprivileged.
Joe Pesci, he doesn't want your love. Just the rent.
Give me the rent. Give me the rent. Just give me the rent. In my hand, fried cash.
I'm Naomi Bensinger.
You like this car, Naomi? This is my car.
I'm counsel for the Housing Authority.
Get off the car. Off the car.
You know how many convictions they get? Nada. Zero.
Order! I find Louis Kripsky Jr. guilty of the charges brought before this court. I'm sentencing you to house arrest in one of the apartments of your own building, serving as the building superintendent.
The Super.
Looks like your automobile lost a little weight.
Now he's getting a taste of his own tenement.
I'm I want to see something more than the band-aids who are currently applying to this open sore.
I know how to play basketball, okay? How come they call you Milkman?
Because I killed the milkman.
Ah, I ain't scared in this neighborhood, because I walk it like I talk it, kid.
Academy Award winner Joe Pesci is the Super.
Once you were a baby, and your mother loved you.
My mother still loves me.
Well, she's wrong.
I resent that.
Okay.
Love that music, man.
Very late 90s, late 80s, early 90s. Wow. All right, so the Super is stated as karma comes into play when a wealthy, wisecracking landlord is ordered by a court to live in the filthy building that he runs. Okay, so the Super was released October 4th, 1991, and was released by 20th Century Fox. So the film was directed by Rod Daniel, excuse me, who was known for films such as K-9, Teen Wolf, and Like Father, Like Son.
Oh, wow, that's a classic.
Yeah. Unfortunately, he passed in 2016. The film was written by Sam Simon, who is known for a writer for The Simpsons.
Okay.
He's also, he might have been a producer, actually. But he also produced the Do the Bartman video.
Nice.
And unfortunately, he died in 2015. So, the Super stars Joe Pesci, Vincent Gardenia, who we know from Little Shop of Horrors.
Oh, okay.
He was also in my brain just totally blanked on me.
He was the shop owner, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Had to put a face to the name.
Yeah, I believe he was also the cop in Death Wish.
Okay.
The original.
Right.
And the movie also stars Ruben Blades, which is a name you don't hear very often anymore.
Right.
The film was actually made on a budget of $22 million. Yeah.
Wow.
Think it flopped?
Yeah.
It did. It grossed $11 million.
Wow.
Only half its budget.
Only
half. Yeah. IMDb rates this a 5.6 out of 10. Letterboxd gives it a 2.7 out of 5. And Rotten Tomatoes gives it a 0% with a 43% audience rating. I gave it a 6.5 out of 10.
I gave it a 5. It's been forever since I've seen it.
Yeah,
but
it's a fun flick. You should definitely.
I love all Joe Pesci's movies. So I mean, but it's just been a while since I've seen it, so I can't give it an accurate rating.
I would say it's about as good as 8 Heads in a Duffel Bag.
Okay.
Probably on par.
Yeah.
So the movie was filmed in New York City. And the little fun facts I have are, this was the first film Pesci the first film Pesci received top billing.
Okay.
Apparently had not.
Wow.
Before that.
Not even
surprising.
Home Alone or Lethal Weapon?
No.
Jeez.
This was his first top billing. This was the last performance of Vincent Gardenia, who died in 1992, a year after the film was released.
Mm.
And finally, this was inspired by the story of Morris Gross, who was, a landlord in New York City who was sentenced to live in the apartment building that he owned because, he would not fix or anything.
Yeah, right.
And that's all I have for the Super.
All right.
From 1991. We got Sea Dog.
My next movie is another forgotten one that probably a lot of people don't remember. It's Date with an Angel.
Good one.
Jim's engagement to Patty.
It is over.
over between us
is out the window. His relationship with his boss,
I'm going to enlighten you, young man,
is going to the dogs. And his best friends are about to uncover his big secret.
Who is she?
just an angel.
But how could Jim fall for a girl that dresses like this,
Let me take this off and show you what she really looks like.
eats like this,
You like it?
I don't believe this.
walks like this, and talks like this? Because he knows that underneath it all, she's an absolute angel.
This angel's the best thing that could have happened to him. Why me? It's a good question.
Knock yourself out.
Date with an angel.
That's a good movie. I don't own that.
No? Wow.
It's on Blu-ray.
Yeah.
It is on Blu-ray now, but I don't have that one yet. Need to get that one.
I'll say you should look that one up. So, Date with an Angel is it's about an inspiring composer who discovers a broken-winged, beautiful angel in his swimming pool. And when everyone finds out, he must deal with his jealous fiancée and his future father-in-law and his friends who have a business plan and everything. So it stars Michael E. Knight, Phoebe Cates
as the girlfriend,
and Emmanuel Bettert, as the angel.
Okay.
It was released in November 20th,
87.
87. Yeah, you're right.
Nice.
It was directed by, you're going to know this one, Tom McLaughlin.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I do know that name.
Oddly enough, this kind of threw me for a loop when I found this out. Of course, he's known for Friday the 13th, Part 4, Jason Lives, and Sometimes They Come Back. And both horror movies, and then he makes this one here.
Jason 4 Jason 6 is Jason Lives.
Oh, well, that's my bad then.
Okay.
So the internet lies.
And what was the other one?
Sometimes They Come Back.
Oh, okay, yeah.
So
right. Yeah, with Robert Russler and Tim Matheson.
Yeah. So it was distributed and produced by De Laurentiis Entertainment Group.
Okay. Yeah.
I hope I spelled that or pronounced that right.
The very prolific studio that we've never heard of.
Right. It had a budget of $8 million. You think it flopped?
No. It did not.
It flopped big time.
Did it really?
1.9 million is all it made.
Ooh.
Yeah. Yeah, so
I guess it got its following on television because I remember watching that one a lot on TV.
I think so too because you would think it would have made more money even with nostalgia purposes and stuff. And like you said, it's out on Blu-ray now, so it obviously isn't making any money. Nobody's buying it.
Yeah.
Probably because you can watch it on YouTube for free. But
yeah. A lot of these probably, I'm sure.
Yeah. Shh. Don't tell nobody. We want them to make money.
Yeah.
IMDb gave this. I will get that down eventually. IMDb gave it 5.6 out of 10. Rotten Tomatoes only gave it 11%, but with a 58% audience rating.
Okay. And
Letterboxd gave it 2.9 out of 5. So I only gave it 5 out of 10 slates. It was drawn out.
Okay.
I love the movie. I'll watch it anytime it's on and everything. And Phoebe Cates is she plays the typical crazy, jealous woman that she always does.
It's been, I don't know how long it's been. It's been within the last 10 years I've seen it. I'd give it a 7 out of 10.
Okay.
I liked it. I've always liked that movie.
I was going to rate it higher, but I was like, man, with all the other ones I have on it, I had to stick with the 5.
Yeah, okay.
So,
I mean,
it is definitely watchable.
How can you go wrong with a hot angel that likes French fries?
Right. Paper and all. He eats it all. Some fun facts I got on the movie is the movie marks French actress Emmanuelle Bert's first role in an English language motion picture.
Okay.
The director, Tom McLaughlin, auditioned and wanted to cast Jim Carrey in the lead role.
Interesting.
Right.
Based off his performance in...
And I guess just his comedy stand-ups and stuff like that.
Okay.
Because, I mean, 87, what was that? Once Bitten, maybe?
Yeah, that was like 2 years prior.
Yeah. So that would be probably the only one that came out that he could see him in.
Yeah. Well, I think he had another 1 or 2 films or something, like Canada-based films before that. But
I think he was in the middle of doing In Living Color and stuff like that too, right?
I think In Living Color was a couple years after.
Oh, okay.
So he was in that little
gotcha
gray area before he did it. Started his major career.
Okay. Well, producer Dino De Laurentiis.
It's easy for you to say.
Yeah, right.
Oh, God.
Words. He vetoed it as he thought Carey was just too much of a comedian and not a leading man material.
Yeah.
If he only knew.
Yeah, right.
It was produced by the failing De Laurentiis Entertainment Group. This would be the last of their movies that the company would distribute itself. In its final years, other studios would release their movies after that.
Okay.
So
they got sick of putting out movies that were flopping?
I guess. I think we should do some research on, and this will come up further in the discussion later on down. But, if a movie flops like that bad, do the actors still get paid as much as they were promised?
I'm sure
and the studio loses the money?
I'm sure they do. I think the budget, their salary is included in the budget.
Okay.
So they're already paid. It doesn't matter if the movie's flopping or not.
Okay. That's what I was wondering. I was like, I'm just curious because, there's some stuff that I'll talk about later on and everything that'll coincide with that. Mm-hmm. So, but that's all I got for Date with an Angel.
Okay. So I like that movie, man. I need to get that on Blu-ray.
Yeah. Put a note in it.
Yeah.
All right, what you got, D-Wizzle?
Okay. Dude. All right, so you ready?
Yep.
The next movie is called Nuns on the Run.
Ooh.
Brian and Charlie were a couple of average, hard-working gangsters.
Hit the dick when you're dead!
You shot Louis, you twerp!
Who'd had enough.
I really hate this bank job.
No insurance?
No job security.
You want to work for somebody else?
No. Now what we ought to do is steal the money for ourselves.
Let go of me! I'm trying to commit a major crime!
Now,
Hold it!
You off your trolley?
Throw them bags over here.
they'll need more than divine inspiration.
We're out of gas! You stupid dummy!
They'll need a miracle.
What is this place? We'll never get to the airport. The place will be crawling with cops. What are we going to do? And what is your name?
Sister Inviolata of the Immaculate Conception.
And yours?
Sister Euphemia of the Five Wounds.
5 wounds for short.
They're nuns undercover.
How do I look?
Do nuns usually wear makeup?
It's our day off.
Nuns in luck.
We run a teacher training college for 18 to 22-year-old girls. You have experience.
Of 18-year-old girls, yes, plenty.
Nuns in hot water.
We all share bathrooms and showers, of course.
We don't tolerate nudity in any shape or form.
Especially our shape.
Nuns out of bounds.
Oh, we just love exercise.
and nuns off their rockers.
Got any booze?
But most of all,
I want Brian and Charlie.
Dead!
they're nuns on the run.
From now on, it's every nun for himself.
Eric Idle.
You'll never get away with this.
Robbie Coltrane.
This is our only chance to go straight. You call this going straight?
Nuns on the Run. The story of an immaculate deception.
All right, so Nuns on the Run was released March 30th, 1990. Every movie on my list from here on out is from 1990. That must have been the year that I was watching a lot of Showtime.
That was a good year for you.
Yeah, a lot of good stuff came out that year.
I love this movie. I used to watch this movie all the time.
I did too. I had it recorded on one of my VHS tapes.
It took me the longest time to realize that was Hagrid.
Yeah. So, I had a thought.
Mm-hmm.
I had a couple thoughts, actually. So this movie was kind of a ripoff of Some Like It Hot, in a way.
Yeah.
And in turn, I think that Sister Act basically ripped this movie off.
Yeah.
I mean, it's
totally.
It's basically a ripoff.
Yeah, I agree.
Of Nuns on the Run. I mean, the whole concept is the same. She witnesses a murder.
Yeah.
Except these guys are bank robbers.
Right, they're hiding from the cops. She's hiding from the bad guy.
Yeah. So it's basically the same concept.
Yeah.
So this was released by Handmade Films, and it was written and directed by Jonathan Lynn. Do you know that name?
It rings a bell.
He wrote and directed Clue.
Okay.
5 years before this. He also did My Cousin Vinny.
Nice.
Distinguished Gentleman.
Ooh, good one.
And Whole 9 Yards.
All right. What about Whole 10 Yards? Did he do that one too, or no?
I don't believe so.
Okay.
It wasn't on what I looked up.
That's fine.
Yeah, it's okay. It's okay.
It's okay.
It's okay.
I'll deal with the other one.
So the movie stars Eric Idle and Robbie Coltrane, as you heard. Could not find a budget on this, but it did gross $10.9 million, which
Nice.
is surprising.
Yeah.
IMDb gave it a 6.0 out of 10. Letterboxd gave it a 2.8 out of 5, and Rotten Tomatoes gave it a 42% with a 53% audience rating. I give this movie a 6 out of 10.
A 6? Mm-hmm. I'm going to go one above. I'm going to go 7.
Okay.
Yeah, I like this movie back when I was a kid. If I seen it on TV now, I'd probably watch the whole thing. I can't memorize it, like I do some movies, but it's very enjoyable.
Yeah. I mean, some of the jokes that they use in the film is kind of worn out.
Yeah.
There was one joke where they're disarming one of the gangs, and they keep pulling out guns, and they're like, keep going, and they just keep...
Quit playing with your dinghy.
Okay. They just keep throwing out weapons out of their pockets and stuff. That's a joke that they used a lot on Oscar.
Yeah. Right.
So, it didn't hit the same. But this film was shot in London. And some of the fun facts I have, only about a couple fun facts.
Mm-hmm.
Michael Palin was originally offered Robbie Coltrane's role.
Interesting.
However, this was the movie that became Robbie Coltrane's breakthrough role. Also, this was the final film released by Handmade Productions.
Okay.
And that's all I have on the movie. I believe Robbie Coltrane was put on board because Eric Idle recommended him after Michael Palin turned down the role.
Right.
And I think Palin was busy or something, which is why he didn't take the role in the first place.
I'm trying to think of what other movie I know Eric Idle from. I know the face. I know who he is. I just can't think of any other movie but Nuns on the Run.
Well, Eric Idle and Michael Palin were part of Monty Python.
Okay, yeah, that's it. That's it. Yeah. Yeah, I remember the Holy Grail. Yeah, yep. I knew his face.
So that's all I have. Oh, the other thought I had was an idea that someone should actually produce a film about old nuns, like 80-year-old nuns going rogue with machine guns and like tracking down bad guys and killing them, and they should call it Old Habits Die Hard.
Ooh, there you go. Bruce Willis is in a nursing home.
Right.
So they should go after Catholic priests.
Ooh.
Giggity.
Okay.
Wait.
Going down that rabbit hole.
Oh, that's nasty.
There we go. Now
that's all I have.
All right.
What you got, Sea-Dog?
Well, my next one is probably one of my favorites. It's called
Ever?
Huh?
Ever?
Not ever.
On your list?
On my list here, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, no, not definitely ever. This one is kind of like a Marx Brothers movie, perhaps.
Oh, I know what you're talking
yeah,
about.
I'm talking about Brain Donors.
In the tradition of the Three Stooges, Abbott and Costello, and the Reagan administration.
Roll up P5 fires. I'm turning it low. Don't try to get up. We'll fine. I know what I'm doing.
Comes a film so confusing.
Aren't those numbers clicking by awfully fast? You're probably a speed reader. Well, you got me there.
So bewildering. You can ask yourself only one question.
See some experiment that went wrong?
What's wrong with this picture?
Why don't we step outside and settle this like men? We are outside. Now why don't we step inside and settle this like women? I'm twice the man you are. So is she. And it's driving me mad.
Paramount Pictures presents the most provocative,
You look dead keen, officer, I swear.
controversy,
We can start there.
and shocking film of the year.
I could make love to you right here and now.
Roland, please. Let's keep this on a professional level.
Very well, then I'll charge you $50 a pop.
Brain Donors.
This is ludicrous. Society's been like, there's too much violence in the movie by environment. We've been carrying out orders. The Japanese been buying up everything.
Brain Donors.
The operation is a success.
Coming this October to video stores everywhere.
No. No, it's not.
I used to love this movie, and that was before I even got into the Marx Brothers.
Right.
And I do love the Marx Brothers, but this is so Marx Brotherian.
Oh, yeah, it is. I mean, it's got Marx Brothers written all over
yeah,
it.
totally. But I really would like to watch it again. I have this one on VHS as well.
Nice.
Need to rewatch it.
I like the intro with the duck and the claymation.
Oh, yeah.
And stuff.
Oh, my God, I forgot about that.
Yeah, that is hilarious.
Yeah.
So Brain Donors is about three maniac idiots, a lawyer, a cab driver, and a handyman. I'm not telling a joke here. They team up and to run a ballet company to fulfill the will of a millionaire. The stooge-like antics result as the trio try to outwit the rich widow. It stars John Turturro, Bob Nelson, and Mel Smith.
And that could have been played by Robbie Coltrane.
Yeah, it really could have. It really could have. They're very similar. The movie was released April 17th, 1992.
Okay.
And it was directed by Dennis Dugan. And he mostly, you'll recognize him any Adam Sandler movie you've watched. He's...
Oh, thank you.
You're right. My computer liked it.
Blue.
But yeah, he's directed almost every Adam Sandler movie.
Okay.
So Big Daddy, the Zohan, Grown Ups 2.
Okay.
Dennis Dugan.
Okay.
So it was distributed and produced by Paramount Pictures and Zucker Brothers Productions.
Oh.
So
I didn't know that was a thing.
Right.
Just learned something.
I don't have a budget. The budget is unknown.
But a lot of these are because they're just so
right.
Background.
Yeah,
things.
I had to dig for some of the budgets on it. I had to dig deep to find it. It did gross $860,000.
Okay,
that's it. So I imagine the budget's not that much. I don't think it flopped. I really don't. If it did, they probably made their money back.
Yeah.
So I don't
think
this,
many people probably have never even heard of this or seen it.
Yeah, this was like almost a. I don't even think it was in theaters. I think it was like a Cinemax exclusive.
Okay.
Or something. I mean, I was young back then. It was '92. I was out partying and cruising Nolan Road.
Yeah.
Um,
that was the first movie I ever saw John Turturro in.
Yeah.
No.
Yep.
And every movie after that, I was like, hey, it's the guy from Brain Donors.
Right. And he's still crazy, just as he was. IMDb gave...
Oh, you're never going to stop.
I'm never going to stop that. So I'm so sorry. IMDb gave it 6.9 out of 10.
Wow.
Rotten Tomatoes gave it 45% with an 85% audience.
Nice.
And Letterboxd gave it 3.2 out of 5.
Wow.
Yeah. This is one of my
surprising.
Yeah, this is one of my highest ones. I gave it 8 out of 10 slates.
Okay.
I mean, it is hilarious all the way through it.
God, it's been a while since I've seen this movie. I'm going to have to give it... I'll give it a 7.5 out of 10.
Okay.
I need to rewatch it.
Yeah.
It's been a long time.
I mean, it made me laugh all the way through.
Mm-hmm.
There's not a dull moment. And it's one of those movies, it's so stupid it's funny.
Yeah.
You know, you can't help but laugh.
Yeah. It's also witty. It's not
really
just
is.
stupid, but it is
yeah,
witty.
it's witty. That's a good word for it. Yeah. Some fun facts I got a couple of them. Although is not said in the official description of the movie, the screenplay and characters are based on the classic comedy masterpiece by the Marx Brothers, A Night at the Opera, back in 1935.
Yeah, that's a good movie too.
Mm-hmm. The line, "You're excited," or, "You're excited, you should feel these nipples." Okay, that famous line. It was later reused by producer David Zucker in 2 movies he directed. Do you know which movies?
Airplane 2?
Nope.
Okay.
I'll give you a hint. 1998.
98? Was it a Leslie Nielsen film?
One of them were. He was in it.
In 98?
No, not that one. 98 and 2003 were the 2
hell
movies.
is Zucker?
No,
yeah, I don't know.
Basketball.
Oh, okay.
1998.
Yeah.
With the 2.
Yeah,
from South Park.
Yeah.
Right.
Matt Stone and Trey Parker.
Yeah, there you go. And Scary Movie 3 was the 2003 movie that it was used in.
Okay.
So, the other fun fact I have on this was Alec Baldwin Alec Baldwin turned the role down of Roland T. Flatweiser.
Good.
Yeah, because
I cannot see him doing that.
No, he was too serious. I'm like, Beetlejuice, he was a little witty and everything, but no, John Turturro blew that out of the water. Right. And that's all I have for Brain Donors, man.
Yeah, go check that one out. That's a good one.
Definitely. What's up? What's next?
What's up?
What's up?
You ready? Next movie I got is called Spirit of 76.
America, 2176.
History is over. Not if we can save it.
We want you to pilot that mission.
Back in time. How far back are we talking about?
1776. We must find the Constitution.
Prepare yourself for a journey back to the strangest, most alien place ever experienced.
Looks like we made it. Oh, no.
1976.
What sign are you? Because my mood ring just totally changed colors.
What happens now?
Now, we boogie.
Starring disco dancing,
I suggest we get you guys some new threads immediately.
leisure suits,
Barf City.
sensitivity training,
Excuse me, what are you doing?
I'm exercising my freedom of choice and leaving.
No. Look what your mother and I just bought.
Fabulous cars.
Is that the kind of car I think that is?
Everybody was kung fu fighting. Beanbag chairs. Streaking.
Good day, officers.
And much, much more.
I've heard this before.
Sure you have. It's the hustle.
The spirit of 76.
Are we gonna be testing on this or something?
Don't pretend you can't remember.
Take it easy.
Okay.
That was a vicious dog.
Yeah. I don't know where that came from.
Right. Sorry about that, guys.
I love this movie. Always have.
You know, I watched the trailer and I actually have seen this.
I think you watched it with me.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It was years back, but yeah.
Yeah.
It was a good movie.
So this was released October 12th, 1990. And basically it's about these folks from 2176. They have an electric storm,
Mm-hmm.
which wipes out all information. So...
they have no history now.
Yeah, they have no history. So David Cassidy builds a time machine, and he is planning to go back to 1776 to get the Constitution and get all the information and history about America. However, the time machine screws up, and they end up in 1976.
Good year.
It's a great romp. It is the movie that introduced me to 70s culture and 70s music.
Right.
So because of this film, I do enjoy some 70s music. I'm not a big 70s music fan like I am 50s and 60s, but it is this film that introduced me to all of that. It was released by Castle Rock Entertainment and was directed by Lucas Reiner, who is Rob Reiner's brother.
Okay.
And Carl Reiner's son. And it was written by Lucas Reiner and Roman Coppola.
Why does that sound familiar?
Francis Ford Coppola's son.
Ah.
Yeah.
All right.
The film stars Leif Garrett, Mark Mothersbaugh, as well as the rest of Devo, David Cassidy, Carl Reiner, Olivia Diabo.
Okay.
You know that name? She was the sister from Wonder Years.
Yep.
And also Tommy Chong.
Nice.
Has a small part. Great fun movie. Could not find a budget again on this film, but it did gross $52,000.
Good for them.
IMDb gave it a rating of 5.8 out of 10. Letterboxd gave it a 3.2 out of 5. Rotten Tomatoes gave it an 80% with a 54% audience rating.
Wow.
So the critics liked it better than...
Yeah, that's strange.
Yeah. It's really stupid. Some of it's a little witty, but it's mostly just a dumb movie.
Right.
I gave it an 8 out of 10.
I after I remembered it, I upped it a little bit. I was going to go 6 out of 10 and everything, but I'm going to go 7.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, I remember it. It's funny. Like I said, it's very stupid, but I mean it's witty.
And initially, I gave it a 7.5, but I just changed it after listening to the trailer.
Okay.
I'm going full 8.
Right. Nice.
This movie was filmed in Alameda, California, and it was shot in 25 days.
Okay.
It features 27 songs from the 1970s and is the first 1970s retrospective movie ever.
Nice.
Yeah. Which surprises me. I didn't realize they didn't make a 70s retro film until this movie.
Right.
So
was this, did this come out before Saturday Night Live?
Saturday Night.
Or not Saturday Night Live. Saturday Night Fever.
Yeah. You and your computer.
I know.
No, this came out in 90. Saturday Night Fever came out in 77.
Okay.
So it was an actual 70s movie.
Okay. My bad.
It's a real 70s movie, man.
All right.
All right. But yeah, check this one out. I don't know if it's on YouTube or not, but if you can get your hands on Spirit of 76, definitely check it out. If you like stupid comedies,
right,
it's going to be right up your alley, man.
All righty.
What you got, Sea-Dog?
I've got Hot to Trot.
Oh, wow. That's a throwback.
Yeah.
Freddie, you can't be a broker. I got a big deal cooking right now on the burner. Who in their right mind would give you their money?
Fred Cheney is going through hard times.
Get him out of here, Osborne. I don't care what it takes.
But he's about to get some badly needed help.
Fred, we've got to talk.
Straight from the horse's mouth.
Ah, jeez, don't scream like that.
Oh, bop, bop, loop, bop, lam, bam.
So prepare yourself for a motion picture.
There's a horse in here.
So astounding.
He's right. They're brand new.
No problem. I can hold it.
So outrageous.
What do you think of this, Mr. Horse?
Oh, yeah.
So thrilling. And so sexy.
She wants to know what it's like to face somebody during sex.
Whoa! That it'll bring out the animal in you.
Oh, baby.
Bob Goldthwait.
Honestly, he really does talk. Hi, Elsa. It's a pleasure to meet you.
Dabney Coleman. And the ultimate party animal, Don.
Whoops, don't fail me now.
In Hot to Trot.
A womp bum a loom off a lop bam boom.
Thank you.
We're out of here.
So did they even bill John Candy as the voice of the horse in this film?
No, they didn't even advertise it.
Okay.
So it was a total surprise.
Yeah.
So yeah. So I don't need to really tell you much about the movie because you heard it right there. It's insecure stockbroker teams up with a talking horse named Don, who happens to be a chatty four-legged financial advisor. you can't go wrong there.
Yeah.
It stars Bobcat Goldthwait, Dabney Coleman.
Love Dabney Coleman.
Yeah.
And I have one on my list as well.
Nice. And of course, John Candy as Don, the talking horse.
Yep.
The movie was released August 26, 1988. It was directed by Michael Dinner.
Okay.
And it was distributed and produced by Warner Brothers. Had a budget of $9 million. Didn't get flopped?
Yes.
It did. 6.4 is what it grossed.
Okay.
So,
that's another movie I remember when it came out. But between 87 and 91 were like my big childhood years when it comes to film.
Right.
Childhood film.
And that
movies.
was when they made all the stupid comedies that,
Yeah.
So
that I was kind of disappointed in that film when it came out. I expected a lot more from it because it looked really funny.
Right.
And then I went and saw it, and it was just like, it's eh. But I did watch it a whole bunch, and I don't even remember watching it a whole bunch.
Yeah.
But rewatching it a few years ago, I was like, man, I remember every part of this movie.
Right.
So I must have seen it a lot.
Yeah, and it was one that, one of the few movies that Bobcat Goldthwait, had a starring role in and everything. So,
aside from being in Police Academy 2 and 3.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And Scrooged.
Yeah. Shakes the Clown.
Right. IMDb gave it, I got it right.
There you go.
All right. 4.4 out of 10. Rotten Tomatoes gave it a big fat 0.
Yeah.
Zilch.
I'm not surprised.
With a 41% audience rating.
Okay.
And Letterboxd gave it 2.4 out of 5.
Okay.
I did the same. I gave it 5 out of 10. It's eh.
Yeah, same. 5 out of 10.
All right. And some fun facts.
Are they fun?
They're interesting.
Okay.
To say
so
the
you
least.
just call them interesting facts then.
Right. Just facts. Facts are facts.
Don't be a liar.
Yeah, facts are facts.
Don't lie to me.
Elliot Gould was the original voice of the horse.
Really?
Yeah.
You know, I feel like I knew that. I don't know how, but that sounds familiar.
Right. After a poor test screening of the film, because I think they released like a pilot trailer with Elliot Gould's voice, and then added John Candy after filming and stuff. But it says after a poor test screening of the film, the horse's half of the script was rewritten.
Okay.
By Andy Breckman, and in an effort to make the film funnier.
Yeah.
Because Elliot Gould's not very funny.
I'm
guessing. Yeah. He's not as funny as John Candy.
No.
Which was hired to re-record the horse's voice. He ignored the new script and improvised the dialogue instead.
Not surprised.
Yeah, not surprised at all. Reportedly, when Bobcat Goldthwait was given a script for the movie, he wrote in quotes, "Why would I do this?" And on the cover, his agent responded by drawing a $sign over it.
Aha.
So this is where I was getting at before. And it says here, after Pee-wee's Big Adventure, back in 1985, Tim Burton was offered to direct
Now,
Hot to Trot.
That would have been an interesting movie.
Yeah, Tim Burton is Hot to Trot.
Yeah.
I'm
not a Tim Burton fan, but that would have been interesting.
Right. But he politely declined.
Okay.
Burton felt the script was so poor and unimaginative that he felt somewhat insulted by the idea that he would be interested in doing it.
It is a poor script.
It really is. Yeah, it really is. Virginia Madsen, she said that she made the movie for the money, and so her sister's children could see it.
She was in it?
Hmm?
I don't remember that.
She was the girlfriend?
Okay.
Yeah.
I totally forgot about that.
Right. She admits the movie was an embarrassment, but she needed the money at the time, and she was not ashamed to take the role.
Okay.
Okay. So here's the interesting fact.
Okay.
Joan Rivers was originally cast as the lead.
But she is in the movie. She does a voice.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's the mayor.
Is she? I thought she was a voice of one of the creatures.
I don't
in the movie.
No, I thought there was.
I could have sworn she was a voice.
We'll have to rewatch it.
Yeah.
Rewatch it.
Recrotch it.
Oh my god. But yeah, she was offered the lead role.
She was offered Goldthwait's role.
Yeah. So
that would have sucked.
I think so too.
With Joan Rivers at the helm.
Yeah. She was good as like the robot in Spaceballs, but I don't see her doing the lead role.
No, that'd just be really.
Especially aside John Candy.
Yeah.
No.
Well,
good,
her and Elliot Gould.
Right. That would be strange.
Yeah.
But that's all I got on Hot to Trot.
Okay.
So check it out if you want to. If not, no words.
It's a forgotten quote unquote classic.
Right.
Yeah.
Check it out at least once if you haven't seen it.
Yeah. You should definitely check it out at least once for sure.
All right. What you got?
Next movie I have on my manifest is Shrimp on the Barbie.
All right.
Australia, the land down under. They gave us the boomerang and that crocodile man. We decided to return the favor.
Yeah. Whoa, here I come. All right, everybody off your knees.
Cheech Marin is Carlos Munoz. When his struggling Mexican restaurant needs money.
We're ruined. If we don't have $5,000 by next week, the bank gets everything.
You'll be surprised, but he'll try. Until he meets Alex Hobart.
If I could just find the right idiot.
Let me get this
straight. All I gotta do is tell your old man that you and me is getting married and then keep acting like a total idiot, right?
That's it. It'd be the easiest $5,000 you ever made.
Hey, Mama, what's happening? Turn around, Mama. Come on, whip it around, man. Let me check it out. Whoa!
Fortunately for us,
You play good, babe. I especially like that part where you bend over.
Carlos has the desired effect.
Isn't he, Richie? And he's entirely self-educated.
Everything is just ducky until
You're gonna let me marry him?
the worst possible thing happens.
Hey, what about a June wedding, honey? I like June, you know, not too hot, not too cold. What do you think, sweetheart? June?
This isn't funny.
Then things really get wild.
Dun, dun, dun,
Especially
dun.
when some of Alex's friends join in the fun.
Well, then I guess it's showtime! Wow!
There was only one thing they hadn't counted on.
Underneath you're just like a regular bloke.
Oh, well, thank you very much. You're not as stupid as you look either.
Falling in love. The land down under has thrown us under.
Hey, dude, Carlos Munoz. Glad to meet you, Holmes.
Dude, my kid.
Yeah, right back at you.
When Cheech Marin shows him a good day in
Make sure we get plenty of fresh towels and don't bug us for at least an hour, you know what I mean? I'm coming.
The Shrimp on the Barbie.
Better make that 2 hours, you know? No, slow, baby. Take it off slow. Daddy is coming. Hey, I gave her $1. You think that was too much?
The Shrimp on the Barbie.
Okay, yeah. Another little classic there.
Can't go wrong with Cheech.
Yeah. This film was released August 31st. What year?
1990?
Yeah. And it was released under Unity Pictures. It was directed by Michael Gottlieb. You know that name? Michael Gottlieb?
Mm-mm.
He directed Mannequin.
Okay.
And Mr. Nanny.
Nice. Hulk Hogan.
Yeah.
All right.
This was written by Grant Morris, Ronald E. House, and Alan Shearman. It stars Cheech Marin, Emma Sams, and I forgot about this, Vernon Wells was in it.
Oh, yeah.
And Bruce Spence. I do love me some Vernon Wells. I met him at one of the horror conventions and gave him a hard time. Yeah. I came back the next day and he saw me coming up and he was like, "Oh God, this guy again." But he was good. He was a
that's awesome.
He was a champ. So Shrimp on the Barbie was made on a budget of $5.5 million. Don't have a gross on it.
Okay.
So I couldn't tell you if it flopped, but I'm sure it probably did.
Right.
I'm just gonna assume. IMDb gave it a 5.6 out of 10. Letterboxd gave it a 2.9 out of 5, and Rotten Tomatoes was actually not available.
Oh, really?
Yeah, there was a 40% audience approval rating, but there was no critic rating.
Okay.
Yeah, but I gave it a 6 out of 10.
All right. I give it. Yeah, I'd say 6 out of 10.
Okay.
It was a good movie.
The movie was filmed in Auckland, New Zealand, and the only fun fact I have is that the name Shrimp on the Barbie in the United Kingdom was actually The Boyfriend from Hell. And that is due to Mattel's trademark on the name Barbie.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. And that's all I have for Shrimp on the Barbie. Check that one out. If you like
definitely.
some Cheech Marin. Yeah.
Alrighty.
You okay over there? What's happening?
While you were talking, I was trying to look up, see if I couldn't find some, the gross for it.
Oh, okay.
Just add some more information.
Sorry, I ran right through that one. I couldn't give you time.
No, that's all right.
No time.
It's all good. All right.
What you got, Sea-Dog?
So my next one is, it's a action drama with some comedy. And
Forrest Gump?
No. That's all I got to say about that.
No.
No, it's Common Bonds.
Okay.
They had nothing in common. You're a pig. Except their need for each other.
One was trapped inside the walls of a prison.
You are mine!
And inside the mind of a madman. The other was trapped inside himself.
I used to dream, but I stopped.
One woman had the courage to believe in them.
They'll eat you alive, baby.
Would you be interested in joining our experimental program?
I don't join things.
I want those 4 men and inmate J.T. Blake processed and ready for delivery tomorrow morning.
Chained together,
Mr. Blake, meet Jonathan Reynolds.
she taught them to confront their greatest fears.
Somebody help me!
This place is twisted.
It's okay to care about what happens to someone else.
How do I do that?
We're not ready.
You know, you look pretty good.
I said it myself.
But out for revenge, he was determined to shatter her plans.
Casey! You did this!
You're not going anywhere.
Never before have two people with so little in common found so much to share.
Ginger Lonnie, I'd like you to meet my best friend, John.
Academy Award nominee Brad Dourif from One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest and Mississippi Burning. Michael Ironside, star of such box office hits as Top Gun and Total Recall. And Ray Tong Chong, recognized for her performances in Quest for Fire and Commando. In an unforgettable film that tests the boundaries of friendship.
Would you like to dance with me?
And the human spirit. Common Bonds from Academy Home Video.
You want to hear this one?
Common Bonds, a.k.a.
Chain Dance.
Chain Dance.
They had nothing in common.
Well,
except
Round 2.
I forgot to put. Sorry about that.
Brad Dourif is criminally underrated as an actor.
Oh, he really is.
He gets pigeonholed for playing Chucky.
Right.
But, yeah, he's such a good actor, aside from...
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, he doesn't get the credit he deserved.
No, I agree.
But, so yeah, Common Bonds is the American name for this. Chain Dance is the European name.
Okay.
And it's basically about a special government reform program. Inmate J.T. Blake has to take care of Johnny Reynolds, who has cerebral palsy.
Mm-hmm.
In the meantime, another inmate wants to take care of J.T. Blake forever. Dun dun dun. This movie it really holds something close to my heart because my brother had cerebral palsy and everything, and my mother loved this movie and everything. She always talked about it and raved about it all the time.
I didn't even know about the movie until you brought it up to me.
Right.
So.
And it stars Michael Ironside as J.T. Blake, Brad Dourif as Johnny Reynolds, and Ray Don Chong, and Bruce Glover.
Bruce Glover?
Mm-hmm. It was released April 4th, 1992, by director Alan A. Goldstein.
Okay. And
it was distributed and produced by New City Releasing and Ascot Video.
Okay.
All right. Both the budget and the gross is unknown.
Okay.
So I think it was direct to video. So
okay,
that's probably why. IMDb gave it 6.1 out of 10. Rotten Tomatoes gave it an audience rating of 73%. There was no critic rating again.
Yeah.
So I have one of those too. And Letterboxd gave it 3 out of 5.
Okay.
I gave it 7.5 out of 10 slates.
Okay. I'll go 6.5.
Let's say you've only seen it once.
I've only seen it once. Yeah. But I mean, Brad Dourif plays. I mean, his performance is great.
Right. Like you can. I mean, if anybody would notice, you would think that he had cerebral palsy.
Yeah.
He played it very well. Almost, I would say he did a better job than Leonardo DiCaprio did in What's Eating Gilbert Grape.
Okay. Right.
So, if not equal, but anyways, some fun facts I have because I have a couple.
Okay.
Nick Nolte and John Hurt were originally considered for the roles of J.T. Blake and Johnny, respectively.
Wow.
Could you imagine that?
Yeah, that'd be wow.
I could see Nick Nolte playing J.T. Blake, but John Hurt as No, not
Right.
because I mean he's more of a serious actor. John Hurt is. I don't see him playing a cerebral palsy,
Right.
handicapped person.
Sure.
Not as well as Brad Dourif
Right.
played it out. But that's just me. Call me biased. I don't know.
You're biased.
Right. So you gave me a funny look about Bruce Glover. Do you know who he is?
I assume he's like the brother or son, cousin.
He is the father.
Oh, the father
of Crispin Glover.
Oh, okay.
Yep, George McFly himself.
I was going Danny Glover.
No.
I was not even going Crispin Glover.
So Bruce Glover is the bad guy that's trying to take. He's the other inmate that's trying to take JT Blake out.
Okay.
And everything in the movie. So spoiler alert. So, but that's all I got. I recommend it's on YouTube. I recommend trying to find it on Laserdisc, or if you got a Laserdisc player, or VHS. And
Are you trying to drop me hints?
I am. I found it on eBay on DVD, but it's under Chain Dance too. So if you can't find it under Common Bonds, look up Chain Dance. You'll be able to find it.
Yep.
So, what you got?
Well, first I have a couple honorable mentions I'd like to, mention.
Okay.
Oscar is one of them.
Oh, wow, yeah.
Definitely like to talk about that for a sec. It was released in 1991. One of my favorite movies of all time. And one of the few Stallone comedies also.
Right.
It's just so so witty. It plays out like a play. And it's I don't know, it's just a very funny movie. Very fast pace. And has a great cast.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Excuse me. Yeah, Tim Curry is in it. I'm blanking on names right now, but Tim Curry's the first one that came to mind.
I'm drawing a blank too, man.
On movies?
Wow.
Oh,
on who's in it? Yeah.
I see her face. I'm blanking on her name. Yeah, from My Guns and Vinny.
Oh,
You too, huh?
I just had it too. Marissa Tomei. My Sharona.
Yes.
Oh.
So yeah, definitely check out Oscar. Very funny movie. I love it.
I got one also that I deleted off of my list just because I found one better.
Okay.
Walk Like a Man.
Yep.
Came out in '87.
Yep.
And it starred Christopher Lloyd, Howie Mandel, Cloris Leachman.
Was she really?
She was in it. So, yeah, it's a good movie. Basically, kind of like a Jungle Book story.
Mm-hmm.
He was raised by dogs.
Yeah.
And yeah, so brought back to civilization and had to learn how to walk like a man again.
Yeah. Well, again, like I said, from '87 and '91, that was my childhood film time. Right. That was one of those movies that came on here and there that I would watch. Had no idea, what it was called. It was just like one of those movies that came on that I would watch. So yeah, that's definitely a forgotten classic.
Right. Another one you forgot from Oscar was Chaz Palminteri.
Chaz Palminteri.
Yeah, he was like the
butler guy.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, that was another one.
He was also in Animal House.
Oh, and Don Amici.
That's right. Yeah, he was in that. Yeah.
So there you go.
Oh, and Kirk Douglas.
Yep.
Was at the very beginning of the movie. He played Stallone's dad.
Right.
Yep.
So
a lot of good people in that film. Another movie that is on my list for honorable mentions. Taking Care of Business.
Okay.
With James Belushi.
Right.
Where he's stuck in prison and he breaks out to go to a baseball game, and basically steals the identity of Charles Grodin, who is this wealthy millionaire. I think he's like some sort of accountant or something like that, and ends up with his little black wallet notebook thing with his house key and everything, all of his identity and everything in it, and is able to basically take over his life for, I don't know, a couple days or something. It's a fun little film,
right?
Stuff they don't make anymore. But
yeah.
I liked it. It's one of those films I used to watch a lot.
I'm glad we did this episode because it's just there's so many forgotten movies out there. You know, it's hard to narrow it down and everything. And even my dog agrees.
Yes.
So, but yeah, you know, we had to cut a few out, and those were just a few that we wanted to mention, just not able to review it all.
Yeah.
So what you got next?
So on the reviews, I have a film called Short Time.
Short Time.
Yeah.
Detective Bert Simpson is 1 week from retirement,
This is not a good idea!
and he's not taking any chances.
Pretty tiger. I hate you for this, man.
He wants to spend some quality time with his wife and send his kid off to college.
Can he please finish grammar school first?
But a mix-up at the hospital will seriously affect his plans.
It appears you have a rather rare blood disorder. We're afraid it's terminal. Terminal?
Now, he thinks he's got 2 weeks to live.
Your life insurance policy is only good if you die in the line of duty. It means you got to get,
And 1 week to get himself killed.
I want double duty.
Are you all right?
What do you mean?
You seem a little tense.
Tense? Going to college, little guy.
Bert, what is the matter?
I can handle it. Come on. All right.
You want something that's really going to hold up when the body starts to rot.
How fast is he going? Larry, what's he trying to do? Kill himself?
The last thing Bert wanted to be
Can't you idiots do anything right?
was a hero. He's a one-cop crusade against crime.
Why can't you just lose your hair and date unsuitable women like the rest of us?
And crime is not cooperating.
Where's the bomb?
The bomb?
Short Time.
You missed me again, you idiot!
I'm not sure if your dog liked it or disliked it.
I know. It's kind of that's iffy.
So Short Time was released May 4th, 1990. And as you can tell by the synopsis, there was a mix-up at the hospital, and Dabney Coleman, a cop, thinks that he has 2 weeks to live because he has a rare blood disorder. So he tries to get himself killed during the line of duty to get his life insurance policy set up for his family. Do you like it or not?
Come on, Rex.
This was released by Gladden Entertainment, and it was directed by Greg Champion, who produced films such as Stakeout and Short Circuit.
Okay. The synopsis of this movie, it kind of reminds me of Joe versus the Volcano a little bit.
Okay, yeah.
Kind of the same storyline, basically.
Right. Yeah.
So, but yeah, I like this movie.
Yeah, me too. It was a film that was never released on DVD, let alone Blu-ray. So if you ever want to watch it, I don't know if it's on YouTube or not, but you'll have to get the VHS.
Right. You'll have to search for it.
Yeah.
Hurt for it. You have to hurt for it. It's
buddy.
gonna hurt you.
And this was written by John Blumenthal and Michael Berry, and it stars Dabney Coleman, Matt Frewer, Max Headroom himself, and Terry Garr.
Okay.
Yummy. I could not find a budget on this movie. Surprise, surprise.
Right.
But it grossed $4 million.
Okay.
IMDb gave it a 6.4 out of 10. Letterboxd gave it a 3.2 out of 5. And Rotten Tomatoes gave it a 29% with a 53% audience rating.
Nice.
I gave it a 7.
You turned into Marlon Brando all of a sudden over here. What was that again? 7. All right. Thank you, Godfather.
What'd you give it?
I gave it 6.
Okay.
Yeah. It's watchable. It's funny. I like it. I mean, it's Dabney Coleman. I like his movies.
I do love some Dabney Coleman.
Yeah. He always plays like the prick, but
yeah.
a funny prick.
Right.
So.
Who was also in Hot to Trot.
Yep. Hot to Trot. Beverly Hillbillies.
Yep. Yep. Modern Problems, which is another forgotten classic.
That is another one. Good job.
Yeah.
With Chevy Chase and Nell Carter.
Was she in it?
Yeah, she was the maid.
Okay.
Yep.
Okay.
So
this movie was filmed, Short Time was filmed in Seattle, around Seattle and Vancouver, Canada. And I only have a couple of fun facts. The building at the climax of this film is the same building as the climax in True Lies.
Oh, wow.
And also, both main characters in the film are called Bert and Ernie.
And Bert and Ernie.
Yeah.
Nice.
Dabney Coleman's character, his name is Bert Simpson. Bert Simpson.
Right. Bert Simpson. I heard that at the beginning of the trailer. I'm like,
yeah,
okay.
Bert Simpson. So that's all I have for Short Time.
All right.
Good luck finding that one.
Yeah. And if you do,
no, really good luck finding it, because I would really like somebody to watch it.
Right.
Anybody.
Please.
It's a good film. It's fun.
Yeah, it really is. All right. My last film for the episode is one of my favorites of the list. My highest rating one. And it is Drop Dead Fred.
Oh, classic.
Honey, why'd you call him Drop Dead Fred?
Because that's his name, Daddy.
Like many small children, Lizzie had an imaginary playmate.
Drop Dead Fred is going to teach me how to cook today.
Someone she could talk to.
Sugar?
Yeah.
Someone she could share with.
Oh, Grandma Bun!
Someone who would never let her down.
No more Drop Dead Fred. Period.
Now Lizzie is all grown up.
To us.
And when her perfect life fell apart,
Charles, I lost my money, my car, my husband.
she didn't get mad.
Drop Dead Fred.
She got Fred.
Stop these!
What, who dropped dead? Drop Dead Fred is this imaginary friend that I had as a child, and he's back.
Everybody has strange friends, even you must.
But all mine are alive.
Well, that's not saying much.
It's no wonder Charles left you.
Haven't got a husband, got a stupid haircut.
You see, you just don't know how to make a marriage work.
Well, let's get Charles back then. I'll help you.
Let's just behave ourselves. Get up.
Oh, Bandit.
He's back.
Yeah, well, what's wrong with that?
Nothing, except you're ruining my life.
To show her, no matter how bad things look now,
Peekaboo.
they can always get infinitely worse.
Drop Dead Fred was way out of control.
Have I got him? You're dead, little man.
Nobody there.
It's because he's invisible. Idiot! I don't want an imaginary friend anymore.
Right, that's it. I hate you.
Ow!
Goodbye forever.
Drop Dead Fred.
Well, what does that taste like?
Every child should have one, especially when she grows up.
It's fun.
It really is a fun movie.
Drop Dead Fred.
Again!
There we go again.
Do it again!
Round 2!
Small children.
Fight!
Okay.
All right.
Another classic, man. I used to watch it a lot when I was a kid.
Yeah.
I don't think I watched it too much because it was really sad.
It really was. And this one is another close one to me. Just like Common Bonds, my handicapped brother, God rest him. we have a brother-in-law named Fred,
Mm-hmm.
and them two had a special bond with each other, and I want to say it was from this movie. When he watched this movie, all of a sudden Fred did it. Everything was Fred did it. You would get on to him, Scotty, why'd you do that? Fred did it. So we even had a shirt made with my brother-in-law's picture on it, and it says Fred did it on it for him to wear and everything. It was great.
Nice.
So I think that originated from this movie.
Okay.
He heard that Fred did it, and it just stuck with him. Yeah, I mean, we really don't have to go over the synopsis. I'll read over it. We just heard it. A young woman finds her already unstable life rocked by the presence of a rambunctious imaginary friend from childhood.
Mm-hmm.
And it stars Phoebe Cates,
Giggity.
Rick Mayhall,
R.I.P.
or not Mayhall, Mayall. Let me pronounce that right. Rick Mayall, and Marsha Mason, and also Carrie Fisher.
Carrie Fisher, yeah.
Yep.
I was hoping to throw that in there. Yeah.
So, the movie was released May 24th, 1991.
Yeah.
And it was directed by, I'm gonna tear this up. It was directed by Ate De Wong.
Okay.
Or Zhong. I'm gonna say Zhong.
Okay.
Ate De Zhong, which the only other movie I've seen that he directed besides this one is Highway to Hell. You remember that one?
The horror movie with C.J. Graham?
Yep.
Okay.
Yep. So that was another forgotten movie that should stay probably forgotten.
I kind of liked it.
I did too, but I didn't even think about that one actually on this. So it was a true forgotten movie.
I've watched it for the first time like a year ago.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
And
I haven't seen it since.
A weird film.
It really is, yeah. It was distributed and produced by Universal Pictures and New Line Cinema.
Mm-hmm.
Had a budget of $6.7 million. Do you think it flopped?
No,
it did not. At least doubled its money. It was $13.8 million is what it grossed. IMDb gave it 5.9 out of 10. Rotten Tomatoes only gave it 11% with a 77% audience rating.
Nostalgia.
Right. And Letterboxd gave it 2.9 out of 5.
Ow, what am I doing?
What? Are you okay over there?
I think I just dropped my shin off my leg.
Oh, ouch.
Sorry. Thank you, Wilhelm.
Yep. While you're picking up your shin, I gave this an 8.5 out of 10.
Okay. I'll give it a 7. I'll give it a 7.
Okay. I mean, it was a really fun movie. Fun facts about this. Robin Williams was offered the role of Drop Dead Fred.
Interesting.
But instead chose to play Peter Banning in Hook.
Okay.
So I think that was a better call. I think Robin Williams would have killed it, though.
Yeah.
He would have definitely killed it.
Yeah.
I think he would have annoyed the hell out of Phoebe Cates doing it, but...
Giggity.
Right. Rick Mayall played Drop Dead Fred instead, of course. Mayall and Williams both died in the summer of 2014.
Really?
Yeah, I can't talk.
Okay.
2014, yeah. The script was originally offered to Tim Burton. Again.
Okay.
Another Tim Burton one.
That would have been interesting.
Right. But he declined to direct, of course. When viewing a rough cut of the film, one New Line executive asked if Rick Mayall's character could be redubbed so as to speak with a less of a strong English accent.
Okay, God. Hollywood.
Yeah. And more of a transatlantic one, so U.S. audiences wouldn't find it so jarring.
Okay. We need a Scandinavian accent.
Yeah. When one of the working title producers rang Mayall to pass on the suggestion, Mayall typically replied, "You must be joking." You must be joking. He says, I'm Rick, 12 inches of throbbing manhood, Mayall. And I'm English. If he wants a transatlantic voice, then give him a shovel and tell him to dig up Cary Bloody Grant. Needless to say, that idea was squashed.
Yeah.
Rick Mayall basically said, fuck you.
Yeah, fuck you.
Winona... Oh,
yeah, that guy.
Yeah. Winona Ryder was director de Jones.
Hey, what?
Let's just cut that out. Winona Ryder was the director's first choice for the role of Elizabeth after seeing her in Beetlejuice.
Okay.
And
a Tim Burton film.
Right, and Edward Scissorhands.
A Tim Burton film.
And Heathers.
Not a Tim Burton film.
Right. But working title executive Tim Bevan felt that she was too young for the part, but the role was offered to her anyway. She turned it down as she was busy doing Mermaids, and because she didn't want to be typecast in strange comedies.
Okay.
Molly Ringwald, Julia Roberts, Carrie Green, Martha Plimpton, Jennifer Connelly, and Leah Thomas and Uma Thurman were also considered for the role.
Huh. Okay.
It doesn't say before or after Phoebe Cates got the role. So I wonder if they went through all these and just, nope. All right, who are we left with? All right, Phoebe, you got it.
All right, let's go.
So.
Hey, that's all right with me.
Right?
The more Phoebe Cates, the better.
Exactly.
Giggity.
The last fact I have is Alec Baldwin, John Getz, Jeff Goldblum, Jeffrey Jones, and Rick Moranis were considered for the role of Charles.
Okay.
So, and Charles was her fiance.
Yeah.
So
Jeffrey Jones.
Right?
Yeah, let's go with that.
Go from her father to her lover.
Yeah.
Giggity.
No.
All right.
Oh, that's nasty.
Thank you, Cleveland. All right. So what you got?
The final film I have is Mr. Destiny.
Ow!
Larry Burroughs has spent his life wishing he had just hit that ball.
I just started a half a second sooner.
Were you thinking about that silly baseball game again?
But today is Larry's birthday, and Mr. Destiny has a way of making wishes come true.
Hitting that baseball has spun your life off in an entirely new direction. Things have changed, Larry. This is your house. Those are your children. Cindy Jo's your wife.
Happy birthday, darling.
God help me.
Now Larry's got everything a man could ever want.
Who do these cars belong to? Well, they belong to you, sir. Get the hell out of here. As you wish, sir.
Except the one thing that mattered most. The love he left behind.
I mean, she's my wife, for Pete's sake. She was your wife. Ask me something I couldn't possibly know.
The day I got my driver's license, I got pulled over for speeding. I want to know the name of the song on the radio.
This one.
Touchstone Pictures presents James Belushi and Academy Award winner Michael Caine.
My wife hates my guts. My best friend's afraid of me. I'm up in a tree in a tuxedo.
In Mr. Destiny.
You didn't think everything was going to be perfect, did you?
Good movie.
Yeah.
It's not going to play again, is it? Okay,
No.
Cool.
No, that one got right.
Yeah.
All right.
So Mr. Destiny was released October 12th.
1990?
Yeah. Released by Touchstone Pictures, the classic Touchstone.
Oh, yeah.
It was directed by James Orr and written by James Orr and Jim Cruikshank.
All right.
Who also are known for writing 3 Men and a Baby and Sister Act 2.
Nice.
The film stars James Belushi, Michael Caine.
Michael
Caine. Yeah, I suck at that. Rene Russo, Linda Hamilton, John Lovitz, and Courtney Cox.
Nice.
A young Courtney Cox. This was filmed on a budget of $20 million. Do you think it flopped?
No.
It did.
Did it really?
$15.3 million.
Wow.
Yeah. IMDb gave it a 6.4 out of 10. Letterboxd gave it a 2.9 out of 5. And Rotten Tomatoes gave it a 35% with a 55% audience approval rating.
Geez, that's shocking, man. That's such a good movie.
Yeah, it is a classic, man. And I think, again, like most of these movies, gained a cult following through television.
Now, when Mr. Destiny, I always got
rentals. Sorry,
right. I always got Mr. Destiny and Defending Your Life mixed
yeah.
up together,
Mhm.
and I mean they're about the same concept.
Yeah,
in
sort
a way.
of, yeah.
But yeah, is it Larry Sanders or
No, it's what's his name? God, Meryl Streep is the woman in the movie.
Right.
It's the guy with the curly hair. Oh, for God's sake, I forgot his name.
Yeah, it's okay. We're not talking about that movie.
Yeah, but that was another movie that is kind of a forgotten classic.
Yeah.
It was on TV all the time when I was a kid.
Right.
And I always thought the concept of watching your life on a big screen was cool.
Yeah, I mean they both have the It's a Wonderful Life kind of thing.
Yeah, very much. Yeah,
and another one, The Family Man with Nicolas Cage.
Yep.
Same concept.
Another good one.
Yep.
I don't know if it's so much forgotten.
No, that one's a newer forgotten one,
Yeah.
I'd say.
Let's see. This movie was filmed in Winston-Salem, North Carolina. That's not something you hear every day.
Right.
And it also was the film that made Michael Caine realize he was no longer an A-list actor in the U.S., which prompted him to return back to the United Kingdom after 2 decades in the States. Also, interestingly, Linda Hamilton's character's maiden name was Ellen Ripley.
Okay.
Know that name?
Yeah, from Alien.
And Aliens.
Yep.
And all the other Alien movies.
Right.
that she was in. Well, she ended up marrying James Cameron, who directed Aliens.
Right.
Which I thought was
And Terminator, Sarah Connor.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's right. Last thing I have on the movie is that the movie was actually
Quit playing with your dinghy.
It was released straight to video outside of the U.S. because baseball movies usually did not do well outside of the U.S.
Okay.
So that might be the reason why it didn't make its money back.
Right.
That's my thinking.
Unpopular opinion.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's all I have.
That's it? Wow.
That's it.
All right.
Shush! Okay.
Got to add that,
Shut up! Oh, we need that one.
Yeah. From Kindergarten Cop.
Yeah.
That'll be on there. I will look for it. So, what do we got coming up?
Next episode, we're going to be talking about some horror films since it's October.
Yes, we're going to do a 2-part.
Yeah, 2-part. We'll be talking about zombies, ghosts.
Zombies, creature features,
ghosts, and slashers.
Yes. Yep. There's a lot more other subgenres, but we're going to continue doing this, so there's always room for next year.
Yep.
So if you got any drop any hints you got, if you want a movie out there, let us know. Like, we're stressing that to everybody. Get on our Facebook. Let it, give us some recommendations. We'll make it happen, man.
Yep. Come sit on our Facebook.
Giggity. Or no, wait. That's our new one. We had to play it somewhere.
Yeah.
All right.
So, yeah, thanks for listening to Drive-In Review. We'll see you next time.
All right, we'll see you.
Bye.
Let's all go to the lobby. Let's all go to the lobby. Let's all go to the lobby to get ourselves a treat.
Delicious things to eat.
The popcorn popcorn can't be beat. The sparkling drinks are just dandy, the chocolate bars and the candy. So let's all go to the lobby to get ourselves a treat. Let's all go to the lobby to get ourselves a treat.